Y'all already know what type of time we already know what time it is. Gonna be Suave here. We're back with another vid, and today we're running it back with more VGC. We're running it back with more VGC. One more time. We're running it back with more VGC. As y'all know, or if some of y'all may know, I'm going to a regional with Joey sometime next year. I gotta train. I gotta get nice in VGC. So we running it back. Today, we're gonna be using this team with big Rillaboom. I heard that Rillaboom is shice now in VGC because all the legendaries and mythicals are banned or whatever. So I found this team. Shout out to Soul Chuck and Sableye VGC. I found this team. Apparently they made it, and this team looks super shiced. We got, first off, I don't know what type of tier VGC is if you could run Electabuzz and do well, but I saw Electabuzz and I saw Blaziken and I knew I had to run it up. I really don't know what the EV spreads are for. I have to like literally learn all of this from the ground up. But one thing I don't know, or one thing I don't have to learn, is how to play this game. It's how to play mons. So like I said, in this series, I'm expecting to get washed. I'm expecting to do pretty poorly, lose games, but that's why we're learning together. We're gonna learn this tier together as a team. Let's try to hit 300 likes. I'm trying to hit 10k subs by the end of October, so peep the sub button. If you're not subbed, click that. No, don't click it. I want you to, that's what I want. I want you to do that joy too. I bet. Looking at their team, they got a lot of ghost types, so I'm thinking our Dragapult might put in that work. I'm not gonna lie. Also, Slider is really good too. The Amoongus is a bit of a threat. If I protect once, okay. I think I have the 4 ready. This is Terrifier, right? Bet. All right, Terrifier Gambit is nuts. Knuckleball really isn't that great. T-Ball isn't amazing. However, I really like Follow Me into lead Dragapult and then just get off of big darts, right? So I want Splitter. I want Knuckleball. Curveball doesn't seem that great, so I think I do Cutter and Slider. Terra Steel could be really good, and Terrifier seems to be really good as well. So I lead the Clef. Alright. Not super ideal. Yo, what if I just go big on big turn 1? Look at Terra Ghost, Phantom Force, Bandit, and look at their team. They really don't have a switch. I'm just gonna do it. This is different than Smogon. This is different than OU. I see people exhausting turn 1 all the time in this tier, so that's what we doing. So we're gonna Terra Ghost, Gallade, boom, and then we're gonna hit Follow Me so they can't do anything shiced. So let's see what happens. So we Follow Me. Okay, well, we're both getting followed. They get up the Trick Room. Alright, so we get to Phantom Force, and I'm going to throw off another Follow Me. So I think we get a big hit on something. And low key, I'm not going to lie, I thought Phantom Force was Terra Ghost. I thought it was Terra Blast, Terra Ghost, and I would have just hit him right away. I forgot this was a 2-turn move. I'm not going to lie. I literally just forgot this was a 2-turn move. Alright. This is going to be really threatening because I'm anticipating them to go and have this Specs Torkoal in the back, and it's going to do a lot of damage. And unfortunately for me, I get Yo, I didn't think Clefairy was just going to die. And if somebody in the comments could explain why people use Clefairy in this, I'm assuming because Eviolite Clefairy is likely bulkier than, alright, yep, here it is. It's gonna throw off a big eruption. I really can't do anything. I need to Nah, eruption is gonna hit a lick on me, bro. Alright, let's think this through. This has Protect, right? If I switch out into Protect into the Follow Me, it might be... Now let's go Slider and then hit Protect once. Because I'll live Eruption. Take 8 million though. And unfortunately, they hit the Slider spot. I hit the protect again, but it looks like Slider gets, or Knuckleball gets KO'd here. I could go for the double tect. I could be a bad man. But I don't think that saves me though. Let's see. No double tect. Erupts. Psycho cuts. I think I'm gooped. Maybe I should have saved my Terra. Because what I have to do here, like protect into Sucker Punch on the Torkoal to maybe get a little chip to put it in possible Dragon Darts range, but it doesn't seem likely. Let's see, if I get another protect off here, maybe it's doable. Maybe. But no. Yeah, I do like nothing. I just erupt, or get erupted on. They Sacred Sword that spot. Hold on. Let's see. This is Trick Room. Moonblast into... Oh wait, I am Terra Blast. Bro, I tweaked. I would have... Nah, I'm a tweaker, bro. Ah, damn. Hold up. This is probably Sash, right? If I'm expecting this to be Sash... Nah, Hyper Voice won't kill it, I think. They wide guard. Get my Moonblast kill. Oh my goodness. Yo, let your last be Dragapult and I win a speed tie or something. Even though they didn't exhaust, so I still lose. Oh yeah. This is Raps. Maybe you're a 0 attack and have no attacks on amoongus. That would be nice to see. I'm not gonna lie. Dang, if I would've, I was like, wow, I thought Phantom Force was Terra Blast. I literally had Terra Blast. I'm insane. Oh, and I'm stuck into darts. I was like, maybe Phantom Force is my play here. But I don't have another option. I do have another win con being them to... Oh wait, hold up. It's not done? It's not skipped to end? What's their Terra? What Terra are you, buddy? What Terra are you? What Terra are you? You like that 32 and a 34 roll? What Terra are you, Amoongus? Terra Water or something? Terra what? Terra Dark? Terra Fire? Not Terra Steel? Not Terra Steel. See, that game really should have been in the dirt for me. But I somehow pulled it through. All right, now let's see what I could have done differently, because I actually have to analyze this game. Well, honestly, to be honest, the biggest thing... Okay, one, I didn't recognize right away that this was Trick Room. I didn't know that the Gallade would have went for Trick Room. I don't know how common that is. I know enough to where I knew or had a feeling that the Clefairy would go for Follow Me. But obviously, I should have Terra Blasted rather than Phantom Forced. That was my bad completely. But I don't know if Terra Blast would have OHKO'd the Clefairy. But even if it did, it really didn't make that much of a difference, because if I would have KO'd Clefairy, I went for Follow Me this turn. Right? This turn one, I went for Follow Me with Electabuzz, so Gallade would have gotten up the Trick Room anyways. So, like, it would have just been Gallade plus Torkoal under Trick Room, and the only difference being Knuckleball at full HP. And even if I was at full HP, Torkoal would have still came in and clicked Eruption into the dash on me, right? So I would have really been in a similar position. So I guess for next time, one, obviously knowing that Terra Blast is on my moveset and clicking it is one thing. But I guess two, now that I can recognize that this is probably going to be Trick Room, maybe I lead with something that forces it to attack or to switch. It's a little tough because obviously the Clefairy is going to go for Follow Me to get the free Trick Room. So maybe I should have brought like Polt plus, I guess Blaziken could have been okay, but like they have Polt and they have Torkoal, so not super ideal. Maybe I should have led Polt Prima. I think that would have been better because I could have Hyper Voiced into facts. I could have either Moonblasted. Now that I know the Clefairy would have gotten O-Code, what I should have done is Terra Ghosted into Terra Blast. If it killed, into Moonblast. That would have been the perfect turn, right? Alright, learning experience. Like I said, we learning together. That one game took 11 minutes, sheesh, but I had to break it down. Alright. So I know that this guy is like top 5 in VGC right now. This is another like psychic terrain spam team. It's a little bit threatening. I definitely have to bring Curveball to stop the terrain from going up. This potentially could be another Trick Room team, right? Because like we have a Trick Room or I'm pretty sure this gets Trick Room too. If they get Trick Room and they get this Specs Torkoal in plus Ursaluna, I could be in a really tough spot. I like Slider a lot. Kind of puts a lot of pressure on their team. Doesn't really have a great Hyper Voice switch. So what I could do is, do I have any? Knuckleball isn't great this game. Maybe I leave Blaziken, Slider. Blaziken, Slider. This is Terrifier, which could be good as well for Armarouge, and I'm AV. Alright. Alright, this is tough. Slider, Splitter, Curveball, Cutter. Alright, I think that's the way I lead, right? Because I had a feeling that they were going to lead in DD to get the terrain up. So what I want to do here is, I don't know if they run Scarf, these in DDs, but I think even if they're Scarf, they're not going to be able to KO Splitter in one move unless they're Scarf Dazzling Gleam. But even so, I'm not 100% positive it would KO. So what I'm going to do is actually Hyper Voice. Armarouge won't be able to KO me in one unless this protects. I don't think it's ever going to protect here. This is never going to. He's never going to go for fire move here. I'm going to, yeah, facts. Hyper Voice into Curveball on Polt, because he's not going to Armor Cannon me, I believe. If anything, he goes for Meteor Beam. Alright, well, I definitely wasn't anticipating Meteor Beam, that's for sure. Alright, they get the Trick Room there, which is pretty scary. I have my AV guy in the back, which walls this, so that's good. And I could Terra Fire on the Armarouge, so I'm not 100% like scared. And what I could actually do is Moonblast this spot. This is gonna get pressured out here. I think he probably brought Torque, right? Pause. I forgot that I had Fake Out. So what I actually should do, Hyper Voice into Fake Out on the Armarouge. Oh, perfect turn. Okay, cool. Because now I get the big hit off on Luna. I get a little chip on the Rouge. Alright. If I'm them, I actually switch Luna out and go back out into an DD to get the psychic terrain on what I'm anticipating to be a grassy glide, right? But I don't know how good my opponent is. PHR. He's 55 and 49. I don't know if he sees that play. I'm just gonna Moonblast into Armor Rouge into Grassy Glide on the Luna. Okay, they protect. The Armor Cannon take me out there. But now I get to get the Moonblast off on the Armor Rouge. Cool. Okay. This makes things a little bit harder now. Because they're just gonna go back out to Indeedee, right? Yeah. He can't KO both of my guys. I'm just gonna Hyper Voice into darts. Because I anticipate Lastmon Cutter being able to do it. Because I think he's gonna be scared. He's either gonna headlong. Okay, he helping on EQs probably. Alright, so he just wants to KO that. They live really easy. I have no other play. If he like helping hand EQs, it probably kills both of my guys. Alright, so he's pretty positive that his last guy could beat Polt by itself. It's probably Hatterene. Yeah. Alright, take the first L. What could we have done different though? This lead, I guess, is to be expected. They're always going to want to put this psychic terrain up. But that's why I didn't lead with Boom, so I could get the grassy terrain afterwards. I didn't think that he would Terra Grass turn 1 into Meteor Beam. Me dodging was pretty fortunate for myself, but yeah, Terra Grass Armor Rouge is not something that I would have expected, I guess. Maybe this turn. No, I think Fake Out was fine, to be honest. I think this turn Fake Out into Hyper Voice was okay. But you know what? Maybe what I shouldn't have done was let Curveball die here, because he was always gonna. I guess it's good to know that Ursaluna likely runs Protect. I was running it on the last episode. Yeah, so letting Curveball die is obviously a pretty big misplay, because then I can't change the terrain, and then once the terrain went back up, I really had no way of killing the Ursaluna, right? Because I couldn't Sucker Punch it, and I obviously lost Grassy Glide when I lost Rillaboom. So I think what I should have done was switch out Rillaboom into Splitter, and then go from there. So I guess that was, in my opinion, that was probably the biggest misplay. So definitely a game that I could have won, but it's okay. We'll get another one. Isn't this a team that I was just using? Or super similar to what I was using the last episode, right? Yeah, similar. Alright. So we know Flamigo is likely banded, or not banded, but maybe they all run Sash. Garchomp is pretty good versus me. I run into the same issue of how to deal with Psychic Terrain. Armor Rouge plus Indeedee is really strong, but Splitter has a really good speed tier versus him, so I think lead Splitter is totally fine. Right now, if I do Polt Prima is good. I really haven't had an opportunity to bring this Blaziken yet. I'm not really sure what it does. Into like a lot of these matchups, it doesn't really seem that great. I don't think I bring Follow Me Guy either. Cutter's okay. If if I Terra Fire, but the Flamigo is a bit of a threat. I think even though Curveball doesn't have that great of a matchup here, I think still being able to fake out and change terrain is pretty helpful. So I'll bring that. And then I think Glassmon, I don't like Knuckleball here. We'll bring our AV guy. Let's see. So they lead Chomp Gold. Now I guess in theory Gold could be Scarf. And if you Scarf Shadow Ball, it's a bit of a threat. I could pivot Curveball once. I don't think that they'll EQ this spot or ground move. I mean, I guess EQ is probably the only ground move that they run, right? But I think Cutter is pretty bulky, so I could live one. So I could go Cutter into Moonblast on this slot here and then see what happens. Alright, so he Terra Steals, he claws me, makes it rain, Slider lives. So I get the Moonblast on the Chomp, which is good. Alright, I pick up the KO there. Alright, so let's see what they do now. And then I mean, based on that damage, Make It Rain doing, jeez, bro, 27? I don't think. Alright, what I'm gonna do is sucker the Indeedee into switch into Curveball to change terrain. Am I shice for this? Let's see. Okay, bro tried to helping hand the Mon that can't get helping handed. That's insanity, right? Alright, well, regardless, what I could do is cow here and to fake out the Indeedee. He's -2, so I'm not really super threatened by it. I guess Indeedee never really goes for an attack anyways. He's Helmet. Alright, I think Curveball dying is okay because I get big chip on this gold. Because now what I can do... if I go Pulse... I'm gonna cow on the gold spot again into U-turn on Indeedee. I thought that would kill low-key. Alright, well I get to pick up the KO there. Alright, then I have Lasma on this guy. I think here I just sucker into Dragon Darts, right? All right, Endure isn't a threat at all. Like that's totally fine. Yeah, that's fine because I can still sucker this, and then I just darts and I win. All right, perfect. Okay. I think that was played pretty okay. I mean, obviously the opponent, I don't really think he was the greatest or they were the greatest. Like just staying in and spamming, Make It Rain into Make It Rain into Make It Rain. So I think it's fine. So I think I played that okay. If I had to change anything, something I would have changed, I don't know. Maybe I could have played around the gold a bit better. But I actually think that I played around it pretty okay. Maybe this turn I could have just dartsed instead of going for U-turn. But I thought that low-key they, I don't know, might go for follow me or something anyways. So I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. Alright, we're going to get another one. Now, BGC is crazy because there's so many things that I need to think of at once. Like there's so many things. All right, I don't know what any of these mons do. I know that bro here is like up to no good, but Dragapult looks really, really good this game. So I think leading Dragapult is okay. And I also like Knuckleball this game as well. But Prima's pretty good too. And this Terrafire guy can kind of go crazy as well. I actually like a lot of these mons into this, but again, like I don't really see an opening for Blaziken. I think what I can do, I'll do the, alright, boom, alright, I got it. I'll do Splitter Cutter because I'll lead my own Pult, but leading Gambit scares his own Pult out from getting suckered, and it could also pressure Primo with Iron Head. And those two have a pretty good matchup against the rest of their team. Terra Steel Prima could be pretty good, I think. And then last mon, this is kind of dead weight. I guess it has to be Knuckleball, maybe. I guess, right? This doesn't really seem that great. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I just had to pause it. I just died for a second there. This looks like a pretty good lead. What I can do is, well, this is gonna be Unburdened, and it's gonna have Shadow Ball. So this is actually type threatening. I'm gonna switch it out to Knuckleball. I should be pretty bulky, and I'm just gonna sucker the Drifblim spot. All right, let's see if this works out. All right, they fake out, or what are they? Terra Fight or something? They just whisk me. Totally fine. Totally fine. Because what I could do is I could follow me here into Cow on the Drifblim, I think. They Tailwind. Totally fine. I should live that quite easily. Drifblim takes a bunch. I think I just do the same thing. Follow me into Cow on the Drifblim. Knuckleball dies, but I think that's okay. Because Drifblim was type threatening. I'm not even going front. I guess Splitter in here. They go into their own Pult. Alright. I'm just going to go Slider and Cow the Pult. Oh. I just skipped turns on accident. But it worked out. My bad. Okay, cool. He has one more turn of Tailwind. He's likely gonna gunk this spot into high horsepower this spot, right? So that means I Terra Steel here to get Chip on Boom with Moonblast, and then I sucker Grafaiai because they should go for gunk here, I think. Sunny Days. High horsepower is me. I really don't know what Sunny Day is supposed to do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna Moonblast the Boom again. And darts. I literally have no idea what Sunny Day does. Alright, so Moonblast should KO Boom now. I get my Citrus. Moonblast gets the kill. And then I just win. Alright, cool. That was pretty straightforward. I have no idea what bro's team was on. Literally have no idea what bro's team was on. In these like shenanigans with Tailwind is always kind of super threatening. I'm not going front. Oh, he even Terra Ghosted there. I guess what he was predicting was me to sucker punch that slot, which I think was a fair like assumption to make, but nah, I'm like that. I literally have no idea what Sunny Day was for, team. Literally no idea. Alright, that's like 30 minutes. We'll get one more. The first game was like 11 minutes long. First game was really, really long. And I feel like we haven't really gained that many points. Alright, we got another Drifblim. Huge threat. They have a Tauros, which leads pretty well versus my team. But you know what actually looks pretty good? Fastball here. Fastball looks really, really good. Low-key, I think I might lead. Cutter could be really good as well. Terra Fire. This is a bit of a threat. Rillaboom, I think is like I always want to save or bring Rillaboom for terrain change, because I'm assuming this is going to be Psychic Seed, right? So I think they lead these two most likely. They also could be, I don't know what this does. I'm not going to hold you. But this has a really good matchup versus their team. I like Fire guy on this. I think what I'm going to do, I'll lead super offensive. This is never going to be Scarf, I think. I'm going to lead Fastball. Alright, I think I got it. And then I'll bring this, and I'll bring Terrifier this guy. Alright, let's see. Because, okay, so I actually didn't think that this was going to be their lead. I guess it's not ideal that I brought Fastball versus Tauros. I'm just going to get big on big and pop this Drifblim, I think. Alright, he's going to get fast now. He's probably just going to Shadow Ball me, right? Alright, they Wisp. But they still die. Okay, so I'll take it. They go into Tauros. Alright, here. I'm going to save this because CC looks really good into their team now. And I still have my Sash. So I'll switch this, but I'll stay in and Terra Blast this for a little chip. Because 47 is still such huge damage. The Expanding Force. Okay. Alright, here I'm just going to double protect. Because what I want speed to for sure outspeed Tauros. Okay. Alright. He could get the double KO here. I need to pick up one. I have to hope that Fastball kills this. Nah, because they'll literally get the double. Unless what I do... I go Cutter on here and CC Tauros. That's a good play. Hold up, but... should be fine. Will CC kill this? It's not that bulky, bro. I don't think so. I'm gonna cow this spot into CC this. Alright, so let's see what their last is. Shiftry. Okay. I just low kick into Moonblast, right? They still have Terra. They just teched. Iron Head is likely fine, just to scout what their Terra is. I'm not really sure what it could, yeah. And now I just spam Sucker Punch, I think. Alright, let's see if I get these 50-50s right. I did. Alright, that was a pretty tough game. I'm not gonna front. GG, bro. That was pretty tough. I'm not gonna front. This was a good play on their part. Because I definitely got baited right here to stay in and pop the Drifblim. Maybe they should have just Shadow Ball, but likely wouldn't have killed. So Will-O-Wisp was actually their play, I think, to nerf the Pult because banded Terra Ghost is so strong, right? Like I did 40 something to the Tauros through the burn. I think I played around this pretty well, like the psychic terrain shenanigans. Like I could have definitely lost if I didn't play around this correctly. Obviously wasn't anticipating protect there, but I think this was a good play here on my part too, going Gambit on this. Picking up the KO here is huge. I wonder if that was a roll. I'm not calculating right now, but that's pretty big. Yeah, into the cow. And then, yeah, obviously not needing to low kick because I doubted that Shift Tree's Terra would have saved it from Gambito Ironhead. So yeah, I think overall I played that game pretty well. So we took one loss. Not the end of the world. We're 10-1 right now. I think pretty decent considering this is literally still my first time ever playing VGC. I think I could have won that first game if I played a little better, but totally fine. So yeah, that's episode 2. I learned a lot. I'm learning a lot. Hopefully next episode we get to like mid 1300s. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the support, and I'll catch y'all soon. VGC World Champ coming soon. Peace.